Rescued from the U.S. Embassy to Dili by Delta forces stationed at the nearby training grounds of the Timorese Defense Force. All but one of the hostages have been accounted for, though. Continue to voice protest at Japan's formation of an information self-defense force, promising sanctions of both. Responded to General Kellner's announcement of increased U.S. military presence in East Timor with cautious support, justifiably wary of the response from neighboring. An additional 8,000 U.S. troops arrived in East Timor today in the biggest. Military intelligence released the information that Daradandoa leader Suwadi Sadano was not only responsible but on site at the March 28th hostage crisis at the U.S. Embassy to East Timor. Headed by Abraham Zerkazi to reverse engineer the programs developed for the Georgian information crisis was declared a success by its UN. Sporadic clashes with Daradandoa guerrillas along the East Timor border. No U.S. casualties were. Of Indonesia has submitted formal protests against supposed U.S. sorties across the Timorese border.
And if Indonesia's government continues to hamper our efforts to combat terror, we will make our displeasure known.
Has effectively driven the Daradandoa out of East Timor, crushing individual cells of guerrilla fighters. The situation in Indonesia should be resolved within. Have given U.S. troops for limited sorties onto Indonesian land, but only under supervision by. Daradandoa forces have claimed victory after U.S. troops have retreated from 2 engagements near the. Released an official statement on their strategic withdrawal from the small skirmishes on. Of Springfield, Texas, after the non-voluntary smallpox vaccination. Health workers could not divulge.
They should tell us what they know. It's our lives.
Dramatic footage from Television Free Indonesia showing Daradandoa leader Suwadi Sadano apparently engaged in battle. It remains. Outright mockery of the U.S. military's inability to either capture or kill Suwadi Sadano. The guerrilla leader has appeared on the front lines of nearly every major. Being sold over the internet and have become popular across the world. Even their wearers seem largely unsure whether or not irony is.
I mean, it seems like we went to war without declaring anything, and a war we're kind of losing. I don't know what's.
Bringing the smallpox vaccination death toll to 6. Still no word from government officials regarding. Whether or not the strategic airstrike in Kundang aimed at Sadano was successful. Military intelligence will. Marks a dramatic reversal in U.S. and coalition efforts in Indonesia. General Kellner predicted a favorable resolution within. Even if Sadano has survived, he's dropped so completely from public view that hostage taken by Sadano from the U.S. Embassy to Dili is still unaccounted for. Sadano's capture by U.S. intelligence effectively marks the end of the incident in Indonesia, securing for the Timorese. Intelligence has confirmed Suwadi Sadano's connections to so-called Golden Triangle heroin, has agreed to a U.S. military presence in East Timor as defined by Timorese government. This beginning of what the Bowers administration hopes will.
Cannot underestimate the cost of democracy, nor overestimate the costs of the alternative.